Good morning, assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the great land of Shenington. It's round number 6 of the BPEC Championship. We've done testing. We're ready to go for qualifying and a little bit of racing action. So hopefully we don't absolutely bottle it. We won the last round, so hopefully we can continue our winning ways, although testing was a little bit sketchy. But you know, we've kind of got a bit of a habit of messing up testing and then coming on stronger on the race day. So hopefully that comes into play again. So need to get the car weighed and then just do some final bits and bobs for qualifying. Are you ready for your return to BPEC?
Yeah, I was hoping to be a bit faster, but we'll see.
No, we're sandbagging. It's Mercedes pre-season strats.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the only time all weekend Ike Needham will be ahead of us.
He chats so much shit.
Chat shit, get banged.
As we got ready for qualifying, Ocean had qualifying honours.
What's the qualifying prediction?
Oh, there or thereabouts, that's a prediction. Wherever thereabouts is, I don't know, but we'll be there, that's for sure.
Top 10 or he gets sacked.
Thankfully, Ocean had more faith in his driving ability than his predicting abilities, and he took to the circuit with our elite teammates of the 43 right behind us. The plan was to work together so we would both get a tow and hopefully get us higher up the grid. It started off well and we were provisionally on pole, but we still had to wait for a few of the other heavy hitters to put some laps in. We did start to drop down the order, but it was soon our turn to give our teammates the tow and repay the favour from earlier.
Okay, Ocean, a couple more hot laps and then we're going to swap you with the 43.
Sadly, we had now dropped to 9th and we decided to change our plan by putting Ocean into another big group of karts, slipstreaming one another. Unfortunately, Ocean was rejected, harder than an O-negative blood transfusion, so we brought him back into the pits. A quick break and a chance to reflect. Ocean got ready to start the race from 11th and the race start was okay, with us dropping down to P12. After a couple of laps, Ocean was back to 11th, behind the 111 kart, and the duo began to work together to catch up to the leading train. They were slowly chipping away at the deficit and were tantalizingly close to the main group. They eventually managed to catch up, but the back end of the train had now fallen back. Ocean had to make a move fast. Ocean had to start making some overtake, but that was proving difficult, especially when the karts in front put in some blistering laps to pull clear.
Well, we're half an hour into the race and we're still running in P10 right on the back of this long train of karts, so ideally we could start to pick our way through, but in the grand scheme of things it doesn't matter. We could be 10th in this train, 7th in this train, it's all the same, as long as we are, you know, close to the leaders.
The 111 was now starting to struggle for pace and was very compliant when Ocean went for an overtake. This now meant Ocean had to lead the charge, but sadly, the pace was faltering and without any slipstream from ahead, we began to lose a lot of time to the leading group.
We are an hour and 15 into the stint, so we're going to be pitting in about 10 minutes. A few groups of course, so there's the top 3, then there's 4 and 6, and then there's us and 8 and 9 or something like that. So we just need to make sure we get a good pit stop. If we can get 4 or 5 seconds, then we're right back in the train. I think we have the pace to stick with the group in front. The issue is they're all in slipstream and our group is just 2 karts, so we're not quite able to keep up with them as a result, and that's why we dropped back pretty much 10 to lap for the last 20 minutes or so. So need to make sure that we really nail this pit stop.
The first pit stop was a shambles. We somehow missed the weighbridge and I burnt my glove and hand trying to pull the cart back onto the weighing scales. As I checked my hand, I forgot to take off the fuel cap, which then decided to bounce back close when I did open it. This in total cost us nearly 15 seconds and Ocean went back out for his second stint.
Well, that was a shambles and a half. So first of all, Ocean didn't stop on the weighbridge. We were one wheel off it, so we were underweight. We had to move the cart on. When moving the cart over, I got one hand on the bar, the other hand actually touched the brake disc, which burnt through my glove and has burnt my finger as well somewhat. Then when we stopped at the fueling thing, we forgot to get the fuel cap off. That was also impressive. Then when I got it off, it then flipped back shut, so I then had to get it off again. The rest of it was kind of okay though, but we ended up losing 14 seconds, which isn't terrible considering how bad everything went. But God, this burn hurt. Like, it's probably twice as well. I should probably get some ice for that.
We were now back behind the 111 cart, but Ocean seemed to have found some extra pace, and within a few laps, he had made his way past. But then the 111 was back ahead of Ocean and had pulled a small gap. Ocean did redeem himself, and this time he was able to pull clear and earned himself a positive radio message.
Okay, Ocean, the next cart is Jake Richardson. It's 4th position. Keep up the good work. We are about to make our second pit stop. Ocean is 5 seconds behind Jake Richardson in the 85. We're about 15 seconds behind the 10. So hopefully this time, no messing up. We don't bust up the pit stop, and we can gain a few seconds to make up what's lost in the first stop. But right now, pace is good for him. Kieran is about to jump into the car, and yeah, then it's me after Kieran. So
pit stop number 2 was definitely smoother than the first, but still some minor mistakes. It was now over to Kieran for his first BPEC stint in about 9 months.
So pit stop done. I lost a few seconds, not a huge amount, not the worst thing ever. We're still in 7th. We've dropped behind the 57, but it's Kieran Harrison, and Kieran is quick despite not having been in the kart for a while. So he's currently catching the 85 and catching the 10. Harry Nottage and something day, I think. You guys are washed. Kieran Harrison, he's coming for you, and then I'm gonna come for you, and I'll crash before I can catch. But anyway, now I've got the kit on. I'm over here, camera. I've got my kit on. I'm gonna get fully kitted up in 10 or so minutes, and then yeah, just get ready for Kieran to pit, and then double stint, short double to the end of the race, and hopefully remember how to drive. So there's been a bit of drama. The 22s come into the pits with their exhaust hanging off. It's just really unfortunate for them, and I know there's probably some people who are watching it thinking, oh yeah, but you should be happy because you're going to do better. But I don't like, you know, gaining points like that. And the 22 Paragon, they're so bloody quick, and they've had so much bad luck. So even if we gain a place, I just feel really bad for them because they've deserved a win this season. They've deserved more than one win this season. Also, Ocean has told me as well, it's bad news for us because the 10 is now going to win the race, who are closer to us in the championship. So, and we don't gain as much points as the 10 will, so it's kind of both ways. But yeah, I guess now it means that instead of trying to hunt down the 10 and 85 for the win, up for second, we're hunting them down for the win. So let's see.
As you can tell, I've got my helmet on. I'm out in about 15 minutes, so just getting ready early just in case the forecast yellow or anything, so I can jump in. Kieran's doing Kieran stuff, so he's lapping quick. We brought the gap down from 15 seconds to about 6 to the 85, and we closed it to 10. 2 hours to go. Let's not mess it up.
Just jumped out of the car and into the car. Unfortunately, only good enough for P4 in class. I think P9 overall. Just too many issues with pit stops and the likes. I think all things considered, if it wasn't for those issues, we might have been P8, maybe P7 overall, which is still decent, but it still would have been 4th. So the other Super Pro teams are just really up their games, particularly the 22. I don't think they won due to their issue, but yeah, the 22, the 10, the 85 as well. So yeah, just didn't really have the pace to beat them today, unfortunately. So yeah, back to the drawing board and back stronger for the next round at Handa, which I will have no involvement in, apart from mechanicking and maybe breaking some stuff. So yeah, that brings round 6 to a close. We have fallen a little bit further back from the 10 at the top of the championship, and Paragon have closed into us by a bit, so we really need to pick things up for the final few races. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and make sure you drop a like and subscribe, all of that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.